Morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us for our Office of Emergency Management meeting. It is August 10th, 2023. The time is 11:45 a.m. I'm calling this meeting to order. In attendance are Commissioners Matari, Brooks, and Duncan. Are there any changes to the agenda? Okay, hearing none. Our one and only action item is the Kootenai County State of Emergency Declaration, Resolution 2023-68, and this is the Parkway Fire Disaster Declaration. And I guess I will let our Office of Emergency Management Director, Tiffany, start us off.
Yeah, so Tiffany Westbrook, Director OEM for the record. As you know, the Parkway Fire started on Friday, and we were in close contact with our partners. So the declaration before you is based off of the conversations we had during that time. Chief Way and I were in close contact. Obviously, we saw the way and the direction that fire was going. We had residents' lives and structures at risk, so we felt it necessary to move towards the disaster declaration due to obviously protection of life and property, but also the potential financial implications of some of the resources needed to help with this fire suppression. Chief Way, do you want to add anything to that?
Well, first of all, I'd like to thank you for having Tiffany work so closely with us, and I appreciate Commissioner Duncan coming to the scene and getting the initial declaration going that day, but I would ask you to consider making this, continuing on with the declaration. We're not sure where the expenses are going to lie, but at one point we had 14 aircraft working the fire, and that's certainly nothing that those of us on the local level want to incur that expense, and so the disaster declaration certainly helps with current expenses, future expenses. I know that the city is appreciative as well because they are going to have a lot of mitigation to do as a follow-up through this. And I don't know what federal funding may or may not be available, but at least this will open up the door to some potential for that. So we would ask you to certainly vote in favor of that and continue on with this declaration.
Okay, and do we have an end date, or we'll just readdress it when you feel like?
Jamila, do you want to speak to that? I know historically we haven't put end dates on disaster declarations. They kind of just end when they end, but we don't do that because we want to make sure that it covers the duration forever, how long that may be.
Right.
Jamila Holmes for the record. Yeah, that's correct. And I think you and I had a brief conversation about that. The concern is always that were the board to affirmatively terminate a disaster declaration and the county incurs additional funds, those would then be the county's responsibility.
Yeah.
And I would say that this is not going to mean, so the fire suppression, the active fire suppression has died way down, although IDL still has crews in and working in with some fire suppression. The bigger thing is going to be the mitigation going forward, and both the state and the city will have people working on that for probably several months at this point. And so I think at least coming back with an update, you know, if you want to predetermine a time, we can do that, or at least leaving this open for now with a better update after we get maybe a better handle on some of those activities would be good.
Okay, 2 weeks? Is that?
Sure, we could probably provide a very good and adequate update in 2 weeks.
Okay, thank you. All right, questions, concerns?
No questions.
No questions.
All right. So then what we can do is just go ahead and have a motion to continue the, do they need to affirm it or just continue it?
So the language of the statute gives the board really broad discretion here.
Right.
You can vote to continue it, you can take no action which would
Expire
cause it to
tomorrow, but
expire.
we don't want to do that.
You can declare it, continue it, or terminate it.
Okay, so I guess we'll declare it.
Correct.
Okay.
As a whole board.
Mm-hmm. All right, and I did bring hard copies for people to sign.
You ready for a motion?
Yes, please.
I move that we declare Kootenai County State of Emergency Resolution 2023-68.
I second the motion.
Bill Brooks.
Aye.
Commissioner Matari.
Aye.
Chair Duncan.
Aye, and it's for the Parkway Fire disaster. So, okay. Sign that. And public comment. Nobody? Okay. Hearing none, thank you all for a 4-minute meeting. That was lovely.
Thank you, commissioners, for your support of that.
You bet.